All right, welcome back, everyone. I wanted to do a video going over the Meus ME-10B controller. Been using this for a little while now, a couple months, maybe at least a month and a half, a couple months. But I see a lot of people asking questions on how to set the options in this. So I figured I'd go over the controller in general and then how to change each option in there. I might break this up depending on how long this goes. I will have a one long video on everything, but I might separate it out to, EPA and binding and, this and that, just so people they don't have to search through a 20-minute long video or 15-minute long video for one 2-minute long thing. So just to going over it, there's a lanyard spot in the back. It doesn't come with one momentary switch, but you can change this to momentary, 2-position, or a 3-position switch. So it's kind of nice. A 3-position sliding switch, 2 pot switches. Of course, your steering with a thumb control. I kind of wish this was over here though. But this is part of the steering wheel, so I wish it was like here because this is kind of close for me. A, B, C, D are also 4 more switches. You can do momentary, 2-position, or 3-position, I believe. Well, we're going to go over that, but I know you can do at least 2-position or 3-position, but I believe you can do them as a momentary, just like this too. Then of course you get the throttle. It does have an adjustable spring on the back, right here, so you can adjust the pressure on here. I haven't had to change it yet. We'll see later on. It seems fine to me. I haven't had an issue. And then on the back, it has the charging port / like if there's any update for the software. And then if you can do like coaching mode. So if you want, like if you have 2 of these, you can link them. And so if you're trying to show a kid or somebody else how to use something, you can take over for them if they're going to crash or if they got to stop or something. So I've never had to use that, but that's something you can do. Anyways, that's an overview. It does take an 18650 battery on the bottom here. Just be careful. When I got mine, here had a sticker that said peel this off because they wanted to keep the battery in here for shipping. When I peeled it off, I went to use it and I couldn't use it. And I was like, oh, maybe the battery is just junk or something. Maybe I thought this was just a junk 18650. I grabbed one from a flashlight that I had, threw it in there, and it still didn't work. And I could not figure it out. There was like clear and visible, like the sticker glue was on here and making it so this would not contact. So I just had to clean that off with some alcohol. And then it instantly started up. I even tried charging it for a while. Before I did that, it didn't do anything. Anyways, turn it on, hold the power button. Shows the Meus, comes right through the screen. This has a lot of information. Most people won't even use. Just if you need it, it shows throttle, steering, pots. 9 and 10 here. A, B, C, D are these ones here. And then A is right here. I have it so it's just a 2-position switch. But yeah, you can see all the same thing as the other one. Scroll one more time, you're back to the beginning. If you want to go into any menus to start doing any of the adjustments, you click in it once. The first one is just for models. This is the 8 model version of this. So anytime you're in a menu, you have to click to go into that menu. And then power button is always back. So back to the beginning. But if not, you're going to go through each menu just by scrolling. But if you want to go to boom, select, and I have my rock van, my Arctos on here. That's it so far, just because I haven't really played with much of the other ones yet. So you select whichever truck. Arctos changes up there. Rock van changes up there. Hit back. If you want to name it, like change the name, because usually it'll just say Model 1, Model 2. You go into here and you can change. See, if you scroll, you can go to the different trucks and change the name. So, but I'm not going to, well, I'll show you. So you just click on it once, then you can scroll through the letters and of course numbers, and then hit back when you're done. And when you want to go to the next letter, you just click in, but back when you're done. Back again. If you want to copy a truck, like so, these 2 trucks are pretty much the same. They're both CR18Ps. They have a servo for the 2-speed, they have throttle, and they have steering. They're both the same thing. So I originally did the rock van, and I just went and said copy. Which one do you want to copy? Copy rock van to the Arctos, or you could do Arctos to the rock van, or whatever, Model 3, Model 4, whatever one you end up doing. And then you click enter, and it'll copy it over. I'm not going to do anything because I don't want to. Endpoints are set and everything on these. If you want to reset this model, like we're on Arctos, if you want to reset it back to factory and delete all the settings just in case you think you messed something up, you click reset. There's a mini game on here. I've never played it. I don't care about it. That's the first menu. hit back again, you can go to the next menu. This is the one where it said phasing instead of reverse, REV. So I think that's where a lot of people get confused. You just click reverse, whatever channel you want to reverse. So mostly people have to change 1 and 2, obviously, because they have a different ESC, or it was calibrated differently backwards, or every servo is one way or the other. So it depends on the company. You just click it, and it'll just flip over. You can do it on any of them. Hit back, endpoint adjustment. You can scroll down all of the different channels, or whatever switch it's going to be, technically. So channel 1, of course, you click it. That's going to be the steering one. You scroll down, goes up, goes up. Click again, goes to the other one. Click again, it's done. Then you can go to the next one. If you click it, you can also hit back if you're only on to one side. The only one I had to do, my channel 1 on this one was fine. 100 and 100 was perfectly fine. Didn't have to do throttle, of course. And then SWB was this one, but it's actually A, just because it got switched. And I'll show you that. But SWB is my 2-speed, so I had to make sure it didn't go too far and burn out the servo. Sub trim is just if you want to, like right now I have steering trim on one of these. I think it was this one. So whenever you set it, and it was just because I was turning it by accident. So if I click it, yeah, see. Right, usually you could change it up and down with the scroll wheel, but I have it on here. That's another menu we'll go to. Then when you're done, you hit back. Remapping is literally remapping. You can change any of the channels to be whichever switch you want. So channel 3, like I said, I have on SWA. I'm going to go to channel 4. So it's right now, it's A. You could change it to SWB, SWA, VRB, which are these ones, A and B, D here. And when you're done, you just click it, and now it's set. And you can do it to all of them. You can't do it to 1 and 2, of course, because throttle steering. Button type, and this is where you'd make it a 2-position or a 3-position switch. I have SWA right here. That's for my 2-speed, so it just goes low and high. If you click it, you can do normal, which would be momentary. You hold it, it's on, you let go, it's off. You hold it, it's on, let go, it's off. Or the other way around if you have it in reverse. 2-position like I have. 3-position. Every time you click it, it'll change. So it'll be high, medium, low, or left, neutral, right. The ones you can't do are VRA and VRB are a little different because it'll be whatever channel you put it on. So if you have this on channel 9 or channel 8, it'll be whatever you want. You can change this one to be throttle trim other than that, or you can do throttle EPA, endpoint adjustment. And then I have VRB. I have it on steering trim, so I can trim it up a little bit if I need to, which very rare, but if you have to. Or you can do EPA or whatever channel you want it set to. So if you set that to some other like rear steer or something. That's all for that menu. We're going to hit back and then we scroll down again. Steer. See? It was easy to click. I was trying to click down. It's so frustrating. That's the only thing I don't like about this. But you don't have to do this often. You do this to set it up, and that's about it. We're going to go into steering. And this is, right now we're in normal steering. You just left, right, whatever. If you click on it once, you can go to tank steering. So if you have a tank, boat, which I have no idea. I don't have a boat, so I thought that would be the same to me, but apparently it's not. Boat C, 4-wheel steer. This is where you can change it to, if you have a 4-wheel steer axle, like a second axle on it, you can have different modes. And I believe it's SWA, it will switch the mode. Oh yeah, SWA. So you can, yeah. Oh, my receiver's not connected, so it's not going to want me to do anything. I was trying to go down and show you. What's the first one? The first one is front wheel steering at normal. If you click it again, it'll go to rear steer only. If you click it again, it'll do front and rear steering in reverse. So I believe that would be like if you're actually trying to do a tight circle. I think that's why they call it reverse, because one's going one way, one's going the other. And then same direction if you do it again, and that'll be like crab walking. So if you want to, if you're going sideways like this instead of actually turning, and then you click it again and it'll go back to 1. So I don't have rear steer or anything, so we're on null. Yeah, I know receiver's disconnected, I get it. Back up, program. So this is where you can program like two, I guess you can kind of do it with like rear steer if you wanted to. Like if you wanted to put the channels together instead of doing it that way through the other one, you could make it so they work together, but you could also make it so the ratio is not the same. So say you wanted to steer the front 100% EPA. And then you want the rear only do like 50%. So it's only helping a little bit, but not like fully turning the wheel. You could do like a ratio of 50%. That's what I believe, at least. That's what it seems like. So you turn that down to 50 or whatever. I've never had to play with this. Just reading through it and playing, looking at it. That's what it seems like to me, but I don't have anything. You can do, I think it's 3 groups. Yeah, 3 groups. And you can select the different channels and everything. So, and then to turn it on, you would do status. Click it again. Status off on. You just need a little bit bigger detent on this and it would have been perfect. Curve would be your was it exponent curve, exp curve. So you can have it so throttle is like ramps up slowly or really takes off quickly. Okay, don't fall. Okay, I wanted to show you what this was for the throttle exponent. Like right now, it's just my normal throttle. Stay. If I change this, say slower, I'll go down like drastic. Sorry. I didn't realize that you have to click it to enter and then you can change it. So I put up to plus 81%. So now if you look, I don't have any like, I don't have like any slow control. It's like wicked jumpy because the throttle's like right there. But then if you go down the other way, it takes forever. Okay, that felt like 5 minutes of scrolling just to get to there. But now I'm at negative 81. I'm doing nothing, 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 nothing. And it's now I'm probably 70% into the throttle and it's finally starting to move. And then I have just a little bit. That's so you can control it if you did want to slow it down. We kind of do it with the brushless ones inside of the ESC anyways. But you can adjust it here too if you can't do it in there. But I'll be back in about 5 minutes to scroll that back to 0. Okay, actually, if you scroll it slower, it actually works better. I was flinging it the first time, going back and forth. It must not read quick enough because I did it slower, and it was actually jumping easier. Like, it didn't take forever. Brake EXP is the same thing, but we have drag brake on, so it instantly goes to brake, so it doesn't help us at all. Steering does the same thing. See if I go slow, it actually goes quicker. It goes better. So I'm plus like 80%. And I barely turned it, and it's already... Oh. See how much it's moving? And I barely turned the steering wheel. And then all of a sudden it goes the rest of the way. It's way quicker that way. But you don't really want that. At least I don't. And then now I'm at negative 80 or so. I did all that movement and it barely started to turn. And then it turns. You'll look at, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a really light line. It goes slow and then it ramps up. And then if it's the other way, when we had the plus, it goes fast and then it goes. So I'll put this back to 0. All right, I'm back to 0. So back out of the menu. ESC, you can do, it's at 0% normally. And this is the throttle response time. It can determine when the RC model reaches maximum speed, is what they call it. Which I think, if I remember correctly, it's if you turn this way up. Like it's already almost, it's like slows down the percent. There's like a drag, like a lag in it when you do it. So I'll full speed it and you'll see. See how it took like a second? Okay, I have a lot going on here, but wow, there's no good way to show you guys. But look at the wheel, look at the, there's a lag. So it's like it's trying to slow down the throttle itself response. And now we're back down to 0. Fast brakes, I don't know what that is because we have drag brake. I think it just, instead of it slowly stopping, like coasting to a stop for a little bit and then hitting the brakes, I think it just hits them instantly maybe. But we already have drag brakes. so it doesn't affect anything. This is where people have a lot of questions on for cruise control. And then there was a lot of people saying that when you turn it on, you have to go into the menu and turn it on every single time. I didn't have to do that. I was just playing with it again because I haven't actually used it with these yet. Yellow means off. White means on. You'll see a little right there. Oh yeah, there you go. Looks like a circle to line. It's supposed to be like the cruise control logo, like in your car. You know, it's usually like your speedo with like the line. So once that's grayed out, that means it's on. Here, or if you're in the menu, it doesn't matter where you are. If you, oh man, this is getting tricky. You pull the throttle in to where you want it. So say right there, and then you let it sit for like a couple seconds, and you see how it went like a brighter blue. Now I'm off of it, and it'll cruise control until you hit the reverse. Like as soon as you hit reverse, it stops, and then it's grayed out again. Oh, you can see it way better like that. Okay. The other thing you can do is say you have a speed, you hold it there for a couple seconds, let it go. If you want to speed up a little bit, you just tap it. Tap it. Can you hear it going up? You see it's going faster. And then you hit reverse and it stops it again. What it's doing is every time, I'll go back to the beginning. So throttle 15, right there. I got it creeping right now. 1379. That's just the increments that it's how servos and throttles and stuff work. 1379. If I tap it once, 1374. Tap it again, 1369. It's trying to go back down to 0 because 1500 is neutral. See, if I click every time I click it, it's five more increments. See, now I'm down to 1278 even. So then as soon as I click reverse, turns right off. The thing is though, even if you see it's still there, you can do it again. You just hold it again, and then it goes bright blue at the top, and cruise control. Reverse. Even if I turn this off, I know receiver's on. It's going to give you a warning. It's off. I can't control it at all. If I turn this back on, don't make me a liar. Yeah, it's still there. I don't know why people keep on thinking you have to turn it on and off every time. It's because right now it's connected, and I got it. So I don't know. Maybe someone thought you did because they didn't know how to do it, but it's working now. Or maybe it's in the older firmware it was like that, but it works fine. So do with that what you will. Works fine for me. Back up. I don't know why the basic's there, but there's no other option, but whatever. Back up again. Servos. This is to change the frequency of servos. Almost anything nowadays is going to be a digital servo. 330 hertz is the normal. If you have for some reason, an analog servo, you change it down to 50 hertz. You just click it and change it to whatever, or whatever your hertz is. Steer angle, that's how much your servos steer. Mine was already set at 90, and technically they do more, but they don't in this truck, and I haven't needed to change it. I earlier tried to play with it just because I was curious what the options were. Ended up opening the manual after. I should have done that first though. I changed this from 90 to 180. I didn't know as soon as you scroll on it, it takes it. And the steering servo just went, because it's off. Oops. Took his head off here. It's on off first and second gear. It's not like it's like a steering one where it's centered. It tried to fling that servo as far as it could, and it popped off the steering rod, everything. So I had to take this all back apart and put it back there. And don't change that unless you absolutely know what you're doing or have done it before you set your endpoints. Back up, and we're done with that menu. Back up again. Now we can go down again to receiver. This is where you're going to bind it. And I actually do have another receiver that I'm going to switch to the other camera and show you how to do that. All right. And the only thing that sucks about this camera is there's a light right above it. You're going to go to bind set. Don't click anything yet. I have this MB100. This is the M01A with a light control on it. and I have a servo on it just so you can see it work and whatnot. So I have a battery plugged in, turn the ESC on, whatever one you have. You have the green blinking light right here. You got the transmitter on. You just click this button once. See how it's flashing fast? And then you click start, and then instantly connects. Well, I don't know if you can see it that far away, but the green light's now on solid. And now it'll, well, I'm down to the Arctos and this because I didn't change, but and now it's connected. So good to go. Very easy to do. I mean, the same as it's easy for the radio links and all that too, but those you have to hold it down for a certain amount of seconds and this and that. But once that's bound, you don't have to touch it again. You're fine. All right, I'm gonna go back over to the other camera. Failsafe. We don't really use that a lot. It's more for like go fast stuff, boats, stuff like that. When this goes out of range, or if your transmitter battery dies, and then like say even on like gas trucks and stuff like nitros and stuff, they have a battery for the servo. If you lose connection, if you don't have failsafe set in the receiver, it will just continue where it was. So if you're a wide open peg trying to go over across the field and you lose service, lose connection, it will just keep on going until it hits a tree, stone wall, whatever it does, blows up, hits something, and then you're just running after it like a madman trying to stop this thing, but you're never going to catch up to it. So when it loses signal, right now, default, it has channel 1 and 2 going to 1500, which is middle, which is neutral. So neutral is just the trigger just sitting here. This is, was it 3000 and 0 or whatever, or the other way around, I can't remember. Same thing with steering. So you want to, I've never set these. These just come set stock. These ones all say hold. So in other words, don't move it, don't change it, just stay wherever it was. So if you ever change anything else, you know, and you need it, like say like planes and stuff, you change it to whatever you need to. Like if you have a fuel shut off or whatever, you know, it'll once it's lose signal, it'll just go to that. Backup control. This is for gyro and light control. Gyro, I don't have anything with a gyro on here. I've had it on other cars for drifting and some go fast stuff I used to do. And I think only certain controllers have the gyro built in. I don't remember. You'd have to check on it. Yeah, it doesn't say on here, but you have to check on which gyro you have. Because like there's this one, there's like 6 different ones. This one's a 8 channel with the light controller. The Rockfan has a 8 channel with a light controller in it. I feel like it's probably because it's bigger that has a gyro. And then like this Bronco has the little 4 channel little guy, which I don't like how they do this. They could have just, I mean, R4FG from Radiolink is almost the same. It's a little bit longer. It's even flatter, and it has the pins on it. Like, why can't we just do that? I mean, I get the idea of this, but this is just kind of frustrating. But whatever. It's nice and small. You can hide it around, move the wires around. Doubt that one has gyro. I mean, it might, but because the R4FG does, and that's a little guy. Like, what's wrong with it just being like this and then putting a plastic casing around it? It's almost the same size. It's also a 4 channel. So anyways, I have not played the gyro on here, so I'm not going to go through that really. Direction though and stuff is pros and cons. I have no idea what those mean. It's something to do with, I'm sure, gyro. Yeah, I don't know. Direction is just direction. So it depends on where you mount the receiver. If it's backwards, just for reference on these, like the antenna is going forward, that may be backwards of what the gyro is actually wanting to, you know, what you want it to do. It actually might want it to be back mounted the other way around. You just swap that instead. Gain is how much it moves it. PCA, yeah, gain is the sensitivity. PCA is set and adjust the mixed ratio of hand wheel signal, and gyro effect. So I'm going to guess that's like how much you can override it when the gyro is working. AGS is set and adjust how fast the gyro will return to mid value. The larger the value is, the slower the gyro returns to mid value. So that's how fast it's going to correct itself back to, you know, if it corrects itself, how much it's going to go back to where it was. So, but like I said, I haven't played with that yet, so take that with a grain of salt on what I just said about those, because I haven't used it. Back up, go to car light control. This is kind of a frustrating one because you can change headlights. The lights with channel 4 we have for A. So A will change the light settings. So I have this one set up with, these are on all the time, headlights, and then the orange marker lights and the red marker lights are together, which they shouldn't be. I have them on parking, and they should be, these are parking, and then these ones should be just like headlights or whatever being on, because the way that the parking lights work is parking is just sitting there as brake. That's like brake lights. And then when you try to drive or go forward, it dims the lights like it's driving normally. And then if you're going to hit the brakes, technically, it hit brakes. And then I have the reverse lights hooked up too. So, but the problem is, like I said, orange lights are on, right? They dim, and they're not supposed to, because the parking light literally just for the rear parking lights. But anyways, I don't have blinkers on here. I freaking hate blinkers. They're stupid. Every time I turn, I don't want the blinkers to go on and off every single time. That's dumb. Like, do you do that in a real car? Going around a corner? No, you don't. To switch between the different modes, you would hit channel, whatever your channel 4 is, which mine's A, which my headlights and these are on the same, so they don't change. Then hit A again, turn them back on. One of these menus for when the lights are on all the time would be you can have the blinkers on, and then one has, you can have hazards. So like all 4 turn blink at the same time, which I guess I don't mind that too much if it's something like the Arctos or something, but the Rock Fan, not so much. Emergency, I believe that's the one that does like crazy flashing. All right, I changed channel 5 to B. Maybe that's just when the blinkers are set. I'm not sure. I don't use them, like I said, so I don't really, whatever emergency is, I probably don't need it anyways. So yeah, and even in the menu it says car light. This transmitter light control function works only with MIS receivers, blah, blah, blah. Turn on and off car lights, set light control to desired channel. Set mode and cycle of, and that's the other thing that's annoying. What the hell is Digian and Digian mode? A. Digian cycle, hold. What the hell does that mean? They try to say it in, MIS has a video on how to use the light control. And I know that you can like do like, and like turn it on and turn the lights on and have like this stroby crazy like mode, and it's like the Tesla mode or something where all the lights blink or something. But I think that's what those ones are. But even in the manual, it just says set mode and cycle for Digian lights. Allows 2 adjustable light presses A and B. Again, I don't know. A, B, 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 A, loop, RNG. Again, I have no clue, but I don't touch it. I don't play with it. I don't use it. Hold 0, 1, 2, 3s. I don't know. So sorry if that's not helpful to anyone, but, and again, A, on, off, like how many milliseconds? I'm thinking that's like how long it blinks on and off. A, B. So that must be what channel. Yeah, I guess that's probably what that does. Again, I don't know though, because I don't remember seeing anything that said A and B, because the light system shows like reverse, parking, constant on, headlight, and left and right blinker. So maybe A and B is left and right blinker. I'm not sure, honestly, and I'm sorry about that, but I don't know. Status is, I think you can, yeah, you can make it so you can't change it. So like now I can change it again. Nope, I can't. Something changed, and I didn't change anything. I don't know. I just went trying to play with it. Whatever I was doing with emergency in Dijon mustard or whatever it is, it made it so my lights wouldn't work. I couldn't flick them on and off with A. I had to restart the truck, and then it was fine. Again, I don't play with it. I just leave the lights on all the time. It doesn't matter to me, but maybe someone else can look into that a little more. But that's the basics part of it. RX info is literally just, you can do battery type. I have it on auto because it's 18650. I don't know why you would have to change that. Maybe the software's for like other remotes too, because you can't put anything other than 18650 in here unless you want to do some weird trickery with the battery. Maybe it's a 2S 18650 size or something, or 3S 18650 size. I have no idea. Whatever. And then you can do low voltage alarm and correction if the voltage is a little off. Like if you know this is a certain voltage, you put it in here and this is showing the voltage and it's off by like 0.5 volts. You can say it's like 7.4 and it's showing 7.8. You can minus 0.4 volts or whatever. Low alarm I never have on because half the time it warns you way too early, or you're clicking a bunch of different things and maybe it drops the voltage just enough where it's spiking and it messes up. So I don't ever do it. Coach mode would be that one where I've never tried it, so I'm not going to really do much about it. You plug this one, USB-C, into a USB-C of another one, and you can take over control. You can do host or sub-host, you know, that kind of stuff. I don't know much about it. I'm not going to go over it because I'm never going to use it. Back up, and then we go to system. System is where you turn the sound off. I think I might have said at the beginning of this video. I can't remember. I tried restarting this video like 4 times and forgetting things and kids and stuff. This is now the 4th time. But anyways, I have sounds off. If you have sounds on, good luck to you. Every time you click a button, so frustrating and annoying. When you turn it on, it gives you a little sound. I would be okay with that, but I don't need that. LCD light, as you can see, it's getting darker. 50% is pretty good for me. When it goes into sleep, I have it at 10%, which I might change that to even 5 just to save some battery. Sleep time, 30 seconds. That's been pretty good for me. Let's see, what can you go? Well, you can go up to a couple minutes, but 30 seconds has been fine with me because half the time I'm not looking at the controller. So I do what I need to do, then it goes away. Hieroglyphics for China, Japan, whatever. If you click it, changes everything for you. But at least it says language in English, so you can know what you're trying to do. Click it again, it goes back. Auto off, on and off. Like I said, yellow means it's off. White means it's on. So this will auto off after, I don't know how long. I forgot now. What's funny is auto off is just an off and on thing, but it talks about it in the menu in the PDF. Like you can adjust that time. Newsflash, you can't. The lock is actually kind of a cool one for if you have kids and stuff. If you have all your settings set and you know you're not going to touch anything for a while, or you think you're good to go, if you turn this on, so it's white, it's locked right here, no one can change any settings in this thing other than going back to here. So they can't change EPAs and nothing like that, as far as I can tell. Like if I go back up, EPA, setup lock enabled. So I can't even do anything. You have to go back to system. That's what it was. You have to go back to setup lock, turn it off, make sure it's yellow, and you're good to go. Now you can change it again. Theme colors. So far, these ones have been the best to my eyes. But you can change. This is the default. They have like a green one, which looks kind of nice, except I don't like the green and yellow together, first of all. I also don't like the red with the green, kind of Christmassy, weird colored. Don't mind that too much. I wish you could change the color yourself. Anyways, that's the setup system menu. Joystick. So this is where you can calibrate these. I'm just going to turn this upside down, just in case things move. Toggle the max, stroke, release, rocker when finished. So when you want to start, you click in once, hit start, all the way over, throttle, and now all those lit up. It means it saw all the maxes. Hit enter again, set OK, it means it's saved. Back up. That's the only thing that does. Timers, if you want to turn the timer on. I don't ever do a timer. Like I said, this is good for boats, planes, anything that you want to set a timer for. So the battery, if you know your battery should last about 10 minutes or whatever it is, have it set for like 8 or 9 minutes to make sure you're closer to yourself. When you want it to start on trigger. Lap time, I don't know what that is. I'm guessing how many times it laps. Oh, you can change it to, you can get all the lap times if you hit the SWA button. Anyway, I don't use it again. So about, you can scan the QR code, go to YouTube, Facebook, whatever. If you scroll down, it'll tell you the app version when it was released, March 6, 2025. This is the newest version of the software from what I could find online. I went on the MES website and checked, so I couldn't update it or anything to try to show it. Back up. Reset would be reset the whole controller. So don't touch that one unless you're selling it to someone, giving it to someone, returning it, or doing something, because you're going to lose everything. I mean, everything. So watch out for that. That is pretty much everything on this controller. It is a nice compact controller. I like the feel of it. Same idea as these ones, but I do like this one. It feels a little bit better. I almost wish that they would have just, instead of this, just made the wheel a little bit closer, or just not had that. I almost can grab that with my thumb. I know some people with a little bit smaller phalanges might have an issue, but I don't know. I just don't like this. I wish this was over, or adjustable at least, or if you could unbolt it and flip it, something, because it's kind of close to here. I can't really get into there with it. It's like tight, so I'm going to steer at the same time. I'm not complaining too much. I just, everyone wants a little bit different. This is like a perfect size, honestly. I wish it was like this. but it works well. I haven't had any complaints other than that. And it's not really a complaint. It's more just a, everyone likes stuff a little different. I believe I went through everything. Is there something I didn't go over? You can stand it up. Any little breeze is going to make it fall, but whatever. And you can't really do this because you hit the trigger. They could have literally made this a little bit. See, like it hits once you do this. Literally that much bigger. Don't we all say that? That much bigger. And it would have been fine because you can't set it down other than the back or the, like this is fine. But still, it would have been nice because this is how you grab it. Hopefully you guys could see that the whole time. I do have a light that was like right here that when I first started doing this video, I didn't realize it was, however I was holding it just right, it was beaming right into it. So you guys couldn't even see. Yeah, right there. Like, and I was like, oh yeah, this is how you do this. And good luck. But anyways, that's the controller. It's a great little controller. And for like, what is it, $50, $60, something like that. It's great. I got the one with this and it came with the little 4-channel controller in here. And then it came with this this receiver. So it was like $5 more or something. And you get like a $10 receiver, kind of thing. So I will probably be buying it for all the 24s. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 SCX 24s. Right kind of set 18, FX 118. These ones already have it. Yeah, probably be getting it for those. Most of those are going to get the little 4-channel though. Can you imagine the little 4-channel? And then you have the little Mias ESC. They'd be right next to each other, no problem. I mean, this one has like the little R4FG that I showed you guys earlier, which this probably won't be changed out, honestly. That thing's hot glued in there like crazy. It barely fits. I know that doesn't crawl well. It was just more of a tribute thing to my dad. That he used to have a truck like this. But yeah, that's it. I would sign off on that. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments. I'll try to respond as much as I can. And have a good day.